As you can see, this is the same refrain that goes across the globe. This is your world on a canvas. Because of the immediacy of the impact of what occurred to George Floyd, people of color around the world are finding their voices. They are deciding what's going to be on their canvas, how their world is going to be created, how their point of view is going to be appreciated and not dismissed. What makes this even more horrific is that not only do these young people of color over there have to deal with the same racism that we have here in the US, there are also Jews. So they're Ethiopian and they're Jewish. The same the same religion as the majority of the country. So they're not only facing discrimination within their own religion, they're facing discrimination because of the color of their skin. And that's crazy. That is truly crazy. Excuse me. Because how can you claim that you are religious, you observe religious laws, but it only applies to people that look like you? Where is it in your religion that states that, you shun other people of color, be it here or or overseas? Where does it say that? This is why I shun religion. Please do not mistake religion for spirituality, because I do believe there is a higher power than me, and it's not the U.S. government or any other government. It is a world where we all need to be connected spiritually, not because you decide your interpretation of God is what everyone should have, because this is what you did to us. You forced us to have your interpretation of God, but yet you persecute us. Why? Why? Can you continue to tell your children that you embrace love, that you are Christian, but yet this is what you do to the least of your brothers? That is what Catholicism told me. What I do to the least of what you do to the least of my brothers, that you do unto me. Even as a child, I never fully embraced Catholicism. I've tried going to different churches, and please don't tell me you never found the right church. Because as much as these ministers and so-called religious men have taken advantage of women for centuries and still are doing it now, and you tell me I should follow them? You tell me the Pope is infallible. Every human being on this earth is fallible. Because as Shakespeare said, to err is to be human. What else can you tell me about that? I take your words for what you told me in your Bibles, in your religious services, literally, but you do not. You twist and bend them so that they could fit your ideas, so that what is wrong becomes the truth. And you make it so. You do it in your deeds, you do it in your words, in the way you approach. What is it? I am not embracing your religion. Religion leads to wars. Look at the wars that the so-called democratic governments of the world have incited, have turned brother against brother, sister against sister, because that is what they want: division, divisiveness, so that they may continue to rape and plunder our land, our mind, our knowledge. without us knowing it. They rape and plunder our children minds as soon as they walk through their halls of education. What can they teach us? They cannot teach us the right way, the righteous way. But here we are, following their tenets. But when I walk out that door, I could be stopped just because the sun has kissed my skin permanently. What type of religion are you telling us, giving us? And those of us who continue to embrace it, saying, oh, yes, someday, someday. That someday hasn't come yet. It's been over 400 years. Where is it? It is a pipe dream. We keep looking towards man for our solution, for our salvation. Man is not the answer. Your answer is mental acuity. Free your mind from mental slavery. Free it. Just like Bob Marley said. When I was younger, I did not understand what he meant, but now I know. To free yourself from mental slavery, you must create. You must create within the maelstrom that's surrounding you. Let it go on around you, but you stay centered. You stay in your world. You stay and flesh out the bad seed, the chaff from the wheat. Remove the weasels, the foxes, and then you can breathe. And you can see where your path is taking you. But if you go down that path of looking towards government and religion for your salvation, it will never happen. Salvation does not rest in the hands of man. Salvation rests within. Your inner struggles with yourself is your salvation. You must stay and slay those demons instead of looking for it within pills. Oh, you're depressed? Oh, go take a pill. Now, please, I am not here to denigrate anyone who just seriously does have an illness that requires it, but I'm talking about when you just, slightly feeling down. Everybody gets down a little bit. Some of us, yes, we do need the medication to help us. But some of us can bounce through without the medication, but we do not take the time to process, to allow for those feelings. Because just because you feel down sometimes doesn't mean anything is wrong. It doesn't. All it means is that you are at rest and required to take an introspective look at yourself so you can create clearing. Again, some of us need help to create that clearing with medication. And that's okay. But those of us who use it as an excuse because we refuse to pay attention to self, go out there looking for others in gangs, wandering the streets, refusing to be at home, tending to your relationships, understanding not every relationship works no matter how long it has been. Doesn't matter if it's a relative. It hurts sometimes. Oh, it hurts all the time. I'm not going to lie. But in the long run, when you go back to that same situation, you find that it hurts. It hurts more than if you separated yourself. So remember that. Gather with other wolves. Speak about your canvas, the world you are creating for you, yourself, your progeny. You are a person of color first. And then you are the labels that you put on yourself. Because if someone tells you you are no good, and suppose you come across a challenge, and then you remember what that person said to you and you play because you're accepting their value on you. What do you value? Who do you value? If you value self, you must fight for it. As I said, protests in the streets are great, But if you come together and work to create what you want, what you believe the world should look like, then you can be a part of it. Then you could say, I am truly the creator. I am the architect of my life. I am where I want to be, not where you steer me to be. I can go on and be